You had to like, why is this not going? Let me start over. Hey everyone, it's Christina. We are baking today. We are making chickpea peanut butter chocolate chip blondies. So I always like to have something on hand. I actually have a huge sweet tooth, so I always like to have something prepared. I like to bake, and I like to bake that way. I know actually what ingredients are in it, so I can just control as much as I can. Then I can always grab a couple of these snacks when I'm having a sweet tooth, which is usually at the end of the day. So today we're going to be making chickpea peanut butter and chocolate chip blondies, which are going to be so delicious and chewy. So I can't wait to eat them actually. But they're gonna turn out like little bars. And it's actually really simple. We only have a few ingredients. So let's get started. First ingredient is gonna be the chickpeas. So I always get the reduced sodium chickpeas, and we're just gonna need 1 can. Rinse it and drain it to have that ready. Next ingredient is gonna be unsalted peanut butter. We're gonna be using 1 cup. Make sure that when you're getting a peanut butter, you want something that's gonna be organic or natural, so it's gonna have the oil at the top. You don't wanna get like a Jif or like a Skippy, just it's gonna have hydrogenated oils in it, which we don't want. 1/3 cup of honey. I try to use as local honey as I can get. So this one is just from actually up the road in Utica, New York. So you're gonna need 1/3 cup of honey. Baking powder and baking soda, we're just gonna need a 1/4 tablespoon of each. And vanilla, I never measure vanilla because I love it, so I don't even know how much. I'm just gonna use the rest of my bottle. And then obviously at the end, you can't forget the chocolate chips. I use the mini morsels. I think the recipe calls for a cup, but I'm gonna do however many I want to do as well. And then we're just gonna sprinkle the top with some Himalayan sea salt after it is baked. I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top so I get that little bit of that salt with the sweet taste as well. And that is all you need. So this may sound silly, however, I want you to make sure that you have a really good blender. So if your blender sucks, it's not gonna be able to get the consistency that we want. I highly, highly recommend a Ninja. I use Ninja for everything, smoothies, making like cookie doughs, baking, everything. So just make sure that you have a good blender. So we're gonna start by adding the 1 can of the rinsed chickpeas on in. And then we're gonna add in the 1/2 cup of the Teddy's unsweetened peanut butter. We're gonna put that right in. And all these ingredients can just go in together. 1/3 cup of the honey. This is gonna make it nice and sweet. The 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Just a smidge, dump that on in. Same thing with the baking soda. And mine kind of comes out funky. So let's see if we can get the right amount. There we go. A little extra tinge. And like I said, vanilla, I just always do to taste. I actually don't have a lot left, so I'm going to dump in the rest. And that's it. You just want to make sure that you do it long enough so all the chickpea, there's no like chunks in it, just so it's smooth. So it should be pretty doughy. And then, so good. We're just gonna fold in the chocolate chips. And honestly, like I said, I love chocolate, so I usually sprinkle some at the top as well. All right, once everything is blended and we have that dough ready to go, rhyme that, you're gonna take an 8x8 pan, and then I just spray it with coconut oil or olive oil, whatever, just so it doesn't stick to the pan. Make sure you get the edges as well. And then we're going to dump it on in. So just spread it out evenly. More chocolate chips. A little less than a handful for this one, and just kind of sprinkle along the top. We're gonna put this in the oven at 350 degrees, anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes. Just get a knife or a toothpick and just stick it in the center at like 20 minutes. And just make sure that if it comes out with stuff on it, you need to just put it in for a few more minutes. So let's go. So we popped those blondies in the oven, again at 350 degrees for 20 minutes, and it's golden brown. So let's cut them. And I'm just gonna sprinkle with a little bit of salt on these as well. That's good. That's really good. It's really moist. It has really good consistency. And for me, it has just the right amount of chocolate and peanut butter. These are good. If you try these, let me know, and don't forget to follow for more recipes, more tips and tricks for both fitness and health. Done. You guys have to try these, you just have to cool down. And of course, gotta like it. Who doesn't?